Yes, the rumors are true. The Ebony Emissary was considering hanging it up. I mean, there's not so many times I can remind you guys of the Homestead Act and how, descendants of slavery, the whole thing that Antifa and BLM, they hang their hat on. I mean, we're just, that a lot of it isn't us. Okay, there are tons, like, where our numbers have, I believe, significantly dwindled as other groups from other countries have come in and kind of just said, yeah, black, oh yeah, it's all the same thing, and really ride that history that they have no right to the promised land. I'm looking at you, Joy Reid. But either ways, yeah, I did a poll, and up until very recently, it was 50-50. And I love you guys. I really do. You're hilarious. And so here we are, because, I give my audience what it wants, and I don't have a lot of long-running series on the channel. So, yeah, here we are. This gentleman, this portly gentleman that's on your screen right here, he goes by the name Vaush. And from what I am aware of when it comes to him and his content is that he stands more on a very far left, contrarian side of, just like common sense and logic, all right? Like, he's very, very far left. And so, Devin ripped into him, and here we are. The emissary is here to do a little cleanup. Okay, so per your desires, let's get into this.
Because, and I know conservatives don't believe this, they'll never believe it how many times you tell you, resisting arrest doesn't justify a death sentence.
Okay, sorry to cut you off here, Devin, but I have to kind of TLDR you guys. I'm sorry I didn't cue you up before I press play. This is all about the Jacob Blake situation that has been clear. Like, it's all out in the open now. It's a big part of the reason why the NBA's backed off. All of these other entities who were like, oh my goodness, how dare they? Like, yeah, now they all nice and quiet, aren't they? But either ways, Devin, you were saying?
Was a death sentence, you fucking geek. No one says that. No one. Literally no one says that. So get ready to shoot down an argument that doesn't exist. Resisting arrest is a death penalty. No, but you know what is gonna cause lethal force to be put upon you? Reaching for a weapon. Or not putting down your weapon when you're ordered to. That's gonna be a problem. Understand the difference? So it wasn't resisting arrest. You're talking to no one right now. You have nothing. Go back and fuck your walrus.
Calmly walking around to your fucking parked SUV.
Calmly holding a weapon, looking for more weapons, calmly committing
And that's a big part of the reason why I consider this guy Vaush a contrarian. I mean, remember that, gold dress, blue dress situation? It really isn't that. Like, it's not that at all. Just, that's his bread and butter. He has a following. There are people that listen to him, and use his circular logic as a means in which, I guess, to justify their side. And as you can see from the entire makeup from the guy, man, he's just dripping with soy. It's so much estrogenic energy coming off of the man that, like, once again, guys, women in alphabeticals and the offspring of single mothers and the very feminine minded, those who believe emotion above all else, once that's established, yeah, screw them. I don't give a damn about anything they got to say.
Misdemeanors, calmly endangering everyone's lives. Yeah, just so calm. Guy was perfect.
Calmly walking around to your fucking parked SUV.
Oh, it was parked. It wasn't even rolling, guys. I mean, such a non-threat. It was parked. Mention the kids again, Vaush.
And entering the car when police officers are telling you not to?
Yeah, but the conditions were not just that. I mean, he's acting like guys just walk up on a dude. Don't mention the knife. Don't mention the background check on this guy. He had warrants out for his arrest. I mean, we don't know every detail about this. We don't know the footage from before. And there's another camera angle, by the way, which shows more stuff about this. More resistance.
Well, here's where I can slide on in. Yeah, it was for the reason he was called was because the woman he was sexually assaulting, she came in, he sexually assaulted her while she was in bed with her son, and he pulled his fingers back and said, "Oh, smells like other men," Like, if you want to, like, I hate to be that guy, but if you actually wanted an example of toxic masculinity, I mean, Jacob Blake is it. But because it goes against that narrative, I mean, folks like Vaush and the mainstream, they're just like, oh, well, we got that one wrong, and they just shut up about it, and it goes flying on over. The same way with LeBron James's what was it, the spray paint, the graffiti that was supposedly on his on his mansion. After the police was like, oh yeah, no, we don't know anything about that. We haven't seen anything that's really nutty. It all just went away, and so that's exactly what they're trying to do now with the whole Jacob Blake situation.
Arrest, more, just a total lack of respect for the cops and for sanity. So the guy was an absolute threat, and he's acting like he was just getting in his car.
Doesn't justify a death sentence. Nothing that man did justified lethal force being used on him.
Yes.
Well, that's the fun part, because, I mean, he didn't die. And as far as lethal force goes, I mean, it amazes me. I'm someone with a criminal justice degree, right? But I would not tell, like scrutinize a police officer within the heat, that's in the heat of the moment, on how they choose to defend their lives. Okay, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know Vaush's background or makeup when it comes to education levels and the like, but I sincerely doubt he's spent much time in that world or understanding that world. And me, I do have a bit of a double-edged sword when it comes to that, because I spent so much time intimately familiar with the outlaw lifestyle. So like, I can hit it basically from both ways. That's why your girl likes me.
Does. Not dropping his weapon, reaching for something in his car. Yes, absolutely. Justified. 1000%. You're a fucking loser.
But I'm preaching to the choir here. Any sane human being would know that.
I'm thoroughly and utterly sane. And I'm telling you right now, this is a perfect kill. Oh, it didn't kill him.
Perfect.
This is a perfect situation from the cops. Absolutely. Demonstrate.
But here's what sucks, man, is that we have all these prosecutors, these very overzealous, political appointees, who they have their narrative, they have their mission. Like with the letting like here in Jersey with Murphy, and letting in his appointees, and not just his but Christie's as well, and those who would let prisoners out, or even worse, New York. I mean, my goodness. So as far as perfect goes, it really does depend on how strongly whatever everything's circumstantial in life, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is circumstantial.
Signs off on it in public. This shooting is clean. The end.
No reasonable human being would look at that and think, oh yeah, that's the justice system working right there.
This has nothing to do with the justice system. This is policing, and this is apprehending a criminal who is resisting and is a threat to everyone.
Yeah, but I mean, you can clearly see that this guy is lactating. I mean, guys, come on, man. Like, it's particularly the beard and the glasses. When I was working for New Jersey Working Families and spending time like in these, around these types of folks, because they are definitely of that, like Working Families as an organization, yeah, it's definitely in on the take. Yeah, they, you can basically see him lactating, man. I mean, so when it comes to the arguments that he's trying to make for logic and reason, I mean, there is none. There really is none that determines that this wasn't completely on the up and up as far as the officers are concerned. The audio's been released. Far more information's been coming out. It's part of the reason why I've backed away from it for quite a bit here, because The truth shall set you free. I mean, one of the things my dad used to always tell me is that that's hidden in the dark will come to light eventually. So, if not if not this lifetime, then maybe the next, right? But in this lifetime, on this time, on this plane of existence, yeah, all the Jacob Blake stuff came out, and he was a bad horse to get behind, and they did it. And from what I'm learning, there's another one that just took place in LA, and you got them all out there like, oh my goodness, black man, yeah, as an American black man, as the descendant of what they all claim. I proudly stand here and tell you guys that I'm grateful for what my ancestors went through, and instead of squandering it and trying to play a victim, I do what I can to make the most of it. Because that's the only way you can truly honor those who came before you, and that's by doing better yourself. And that's with it in my blood. All right? Once again, I don't need your cards, guys.
Which leaves us with the conservatives.
So this is the kind of absolute just pig ignorant bullshit that these people resort to. Hey guys, we're the good guys because we don't like it when blacks die. It's so fucking lame. No one gives.
And disingenuous. I mean, can we be honest? And secondly, I love The Prince of Egypt. I mean, it was such a good movie, man. Prince of Egypt, that's one of my, that's definitely in my top 10. I can watch that movie a million times. And he's had the music going on in the background the entire time. Another part of the reason why it's be sneaky things like that in a Devin video that will get the video demonetized. It's not even like the harsh language. Just, oh yeah, yo, we picked that up from the Prince of Egypt soundtrack. So boom, you're going.
The shit. No one knows this guy. No one cares. No one asked for this to happen. This comes up on a timeline. People are like, yeah, that guy is a fucking criminal, acting totally reckless, and of course he's gonna get shot and dealt with. That's the way you act. That's the way.
And that's the thing. At the end of the day, it always comes back around to the individual's actions. And it's the simplest way to put it. So with that being said, we're going to, because, we're going to sit here and keep just rehashing the whole damn thing. I think I've done as well as I can do with this one. Anyways, guys, all the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications. Get something from the Teespring and speak. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? So as far as I'm concerned, like Vaush, from what I've been able to make of what I've seen of his content, he's just one of those far left contrarian that'll, like I said, look at a blue dress and call it gold. And as far as Mr. Tracy goes, man, yeah, I'll continue to find little portions that I can make videos out of because hey, that's what you guys want, and I appreciate your audience. I really do. You guys are pretty awesome. So with that being said, let me know what you think in the comments, all right? And until the next one.